Welcome back for part 2. So I've tried this now with the piano, and it's actually something in between a B flat and an A, more a B flat. And I should perhaps make it a little shorter or put in a tuning hole, because some flutes have a hole that you actually don't close, or even a few of them. Like the traditional flutes from other countries often have these holes where you think, okay, I can close all those, but what is this hole for? It's a tuning hole. This actually makes the lowest note tuned, not the end here. And it's not for fingering. That's also why it's in a spot where you don't really get with the finger. But I'll just leave it like that for now. Actually, why I should make it a little shorter is I could make it a C actually if I wanted, and just cut off pieces until I get to a C, or I could make it a good B flat, because this is, I can change it a little bit, or it's actually an A almost. And now the very highest I can get is the B flat, and they tend to get rather lower than higher by the rest of the building, because if I put in holes and then I hold them closed, they are like little, they make the space inside bigger actually, and they make it lower. But now I just try to show you the rest of the flute making. I will actually just guess a position for the next hole. And that's kind of a thing. How do you guess the positions of the holes? I think one hole step should be somewhere here, but it depends on the length of the whole thing and also on the diameter of the bore. So it's kind of the first guess is the hardest. If I'm much too high like here, it will be a third already, and then you can still put another hole before it. If it's very wrong, you can still cut it off and make a C flute out of it. So I'll just guess. I also don't want it to be too low down here, even if I could make a half step if it would be too low, because then with this long flute I might not reach it with my fingers. So that's also because I want to all reach them with my fingers. I can put them where I want actually, but I can put this rather high than low for my little finger to reach it, and then it will be also smaller in the end, because it makes the note higher, and if it would be further here I would have to make it bigger to get the same note. Actually I want big holes, but so that I still can close them. So this is some kind of guessing game. I'll guess here, and I'll mark it with the knife and see that it's somehow in a line with this, that it's not turned to a different angle. And then I'm just going to make something like this first, and then I'm actually going to almost drill in a hole, but with the knife in this case, there are actually drills that make smaller holes and then make them bigger also. But you see, it's quite actually fast with the knife, and you don't need to have electricity in the drill then at all. So it's kind of a nice thing that you can do it like that. And now I made it quite big already. Let's try what it is. Actually, I should have tried before. So it's different. It's kind of hard to blow. Yes, it would be good if it would be bigger, because it would respond better. And the pitch is different depending on how I blow in. Here it's a little too small for a full step. Could be a step of a scale from a different country though. They have these 3/4 steps, and here it's bigger. So I'll go and try this with the piano again, because I want to see how big it is when I play a B flat, and then I go